Should a DIY become a full-time investor? This is a question that came to me when I began investing, and I've seen it come to so many people. What does this give you? It gives you a feeling that I've enjoyed this so much. It's probably better than my day job. It's better than anything I did before. Why can't I do only this? Nothing unusual. This comes to everybody. But how do we create a rational response? The question is, returns made in 1 year, can they really be done every year? The question we should ask ourselves is, why did these returns happen? Two questions I have given you. The second question first. These returns were a reward for courage, contrarian action and conviction. 3 C's. Courage, contrarian and conviction. But every year may not give us the same opportunities. In fact, in every market cycle, we'll probably have a year or two which will give us those opportunities. What will we do the rest of the time? That is the problem. And that problem has a activity related issue. How do you keep yourself engaged, busy? And how do you manage your emotions correctly when the opportunities are not really that exciting? That's going to be the first test case. So, the reason why these returns happened was because we had the courage and the conviction and the contrarian bent. All three were richly rewarded. They will always be richly rewarded when brought into play at the right time, at the right place. And I'm sure that the next time you get a similar situation, you will do exactly the same thing. But you should do exactly the same thing only in such a situation and not in every situation. So, that is essentially why you were successful and you will be successful going forward. So, to the first question now, returns made in 1 year, can we make them every year? That's the question. When you make great returns in 1 year, it gives a very good, happy high. You feel so good. You feel that it's all because you were really doing all the right things and you actually displayed the right temperament. But at the end of the day, it's like a cricketing innings. A great innings will happen, but every innings won't be a great innings. So, the first year I was in markets, we were able to do something like 200% in a year. That was between 1990 June and 1992 May. It's about 2 years, not 1 year. So, it was phenomenal, right? So, at that time, how does it feel? It feels that, oh, why should you run a business? Why should you go to a day job? Why should I be a professional? Why should I be a chartered accountant doing those functions? Why should I be a lawyer? Why can't I do just this? I had a friend who was an extremely competent doctor with whom we had these constant conversations. Should I give up my profession? I'm doing much better here. As a doctor, I would never earn this money there. But it doesn't work that way. Because the markets are extremely lumpy, cyclical and volatile, and not all volatility will lead to profits, especially because each of us has a certain temperament which makes us excel when we play only in certain conditions, right? So, what do you do the rest of the time? That is what will decide whether you're going to be a successful investor in the long run. From my experience, I have seen that those who are successful investing under certain conditions tend to fail in extremely different conditions. Second, not everybody is attuned to play in adverse conditions. So, when the conditions become very adverse, not a lot of people can actually bat. Some are extremely good at playing in positive conditions. When there's a tailwind, they'll use it fully. And that is definitely a strength. We call them today in modern parlance as momentum investors. But it is not easy to do the same thing under all conditions. So if you are a DIY who has used the entire tailwind in 2020 and is still using the tailwind in 2021, it's a good thing. You have understood your strength. But extending that to think that you will be able to do the same thing under any condition, under all types of conditions, would be a bit of a stretch. You could make a judgmental error. So what should you be doing? In my assessment, what makes sense to me is this. Every investor who has done well in 2020 did well because of the conditions and their actions. As the conditions change, they may need to change what they do. They may need to not do anything. And that's a very difficult thing if you are not in a day job and if you're a full-time investor. You just can't keep quiet. And when you can't keep quiet, you start undertaking actions for the sake of being active and busy. This has happened to so many people. And when people do that, you move into the terrain of mistakes. You start making errors and you start being very active at a time when you should not be active. It's like the fisherman who goes into the sea when there is clearly a warning. But in the stock market, nobody gives warnings. We have to warn ourselves. And the only way we can warn ourselves is by being prudent with what we do, having a day job, doing something that keeps us busy most of the time, and using the stock market only to invest when conditions suit you, favor you, and will work for what you like to do, for your kind of investing. And it applies to every style of investing. You should know when the conditions are coming in your favor, and you should play aggressively and play hard then. And you should know when you should withdraw from very aggressive play when the conditions turn, and you should move, step back and play safe. You can do this only if you are a DIY investor who is not a full-time investor. From what I have seen, being a full-time investor does not help in this activity. It does not help you to do this. And the only way you can do this is to have a day job or a business or a profession which you do, which keeps you busy and does not make you spend too much time and try too hard to get the same returns consistently over time, because that's simply never going to happen. So that in essence is my advice on whether a DIY investor should become a full-time investor. The answer is a clear no.